If you've been fully vaccinated, you no longer need to wear a mask.
I think right now we're at the tail end of it, like we think that we are. And scientifically, I'm not sure if we know that yet.
I'm glad, as long as it's following the science, I'm happy about it.
Whether you're smiling or frowning about the CDC's new guidance, we'll finally be able to see it. Fully vaccinated people can leave their mask at home in most situations.
Governor Andy Beshear says he's going to update Kentucky's mask rules to match the CDC's recommendation. And it takes 2 weeks, remember, after your final dose for you to be considered fully vaccinated. And you might still need to wear your mask in certain situations, like at hospitals or crowded places like buses and airports. Private businesses can also still impose mask requirements for customers, regardless of if you're vaccinated or not. And if you haven't gotten the vaccine yet, or if you're partially vaccinated, the CDC says you should keep wearing a mask and staying 6 feet away from others. Yesterday, President Joe Biden said the government would not enforce the new mask guidance for people who are not fully vaccinated. He said people who haven't gotten their shot should keep wearing masks for their own protection. And he believes people will follow the rules because they want to take care of their neighbors.
Today, Governor Beshear is expected to change Kentucky's mask rules. Then business owners will have to decide if they want to loosen their guidelines as well. Brooke is getting reaction from business owners this morning. Brooke, some of them still seem a little skeptical.
Daniel, do not throw away the mask just yet. A lot of people choosing to keep it, saying there's just too much uncertainty right now, especially knowing there's not going to be any type of enforcement for people who are not vaccinated and choosing not to wear a mask.
The first thing that I thought of was like, okay, what am I going to do for my employees?
Catherine McDowell, who runs her restaurant Naive in Butchertown, she's meeting with her staff this weekend and leaving it up to them for a vote. She'll ask her team what they want, to go maskless or to still require all staff and customers to wear them. That's the issue, too, for co-owner of Headliners Music Hall, William Hardison. The venue's holding its first show in more than a year tonight.
Until we reach herd immunity, we're going to follow the science, and we're concerned for the safety of the bands, the fans, and our staff.
Hardison says the music venue will still require masks until there is a system to verify who's vaccinated or not, or a mask mandate is lifted entirely. Governor Beshear is expected to talk more about Kentucky now matching up with the CDC guidelines in a news conference this morning, scheduled for 10:30, guys.
Brooke, I know schools are winding down. Any word on how they're going to handle this yet?
Not one specifically coming out and saying this is our plan. A lot of people saying that they're either going to be talking with their administrators in the coming days and weeks. Others saying that they need a little bit more guidance from the state to know about that healthy at school guidance, which again, they say is going to stay the same. The same for JCPS. They put out that statement yesterday saying the masks will still stay in place. They're going to stay with the healthy at school guidelines at that point, meaning all students and staff will have to wear masks inside school buildings and on the buses. But that's not the case for outdoors. The district will let families know if there are any changes. And of course, with Kentucky Department of Education, they did change those guidelines recently about wearing the masks outside once the CDC and the state put out its rules. So we are still looking at the possibility of more things being lifted within the school if Governor Beshear says elsewise today, guys.
We'll have to see what happens in those school districts. Thank you so much, Brooke.